Irvin?
Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shelby and Chris Singleton on the call. So the Miami Marlins were not in the postseason last year, but they've made some key additions, and they're among the league favorites now. There's a real hunger around this team, Chris, and with the fan base, they really think they've got a shot to make some noise this year.
They do, Boog, and I don't think that's unrealistic. They made some nice moves in the offseason, tried to build up their roster, and now they look primed for a big year. Of course, that's not a guarantee of success. We've seen teams go on big spending sprees in the offseason in the past and just not back it up once the games start, but they look like a real contender to me.
I would love that.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer.
The left-hander, number 7, Spencer Steer.
On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. And a quick out, number 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Alan McAllister. The wind and the pitch. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next pitch is outside. Went too far that time. It's 1-2. The wind of the pitch. That's off the mark, and it's 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Smoked on the ground to second. Tosses to first. One up, one down. So 2 down. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Reds. Runner at second, 2 down. Here on opening day. On the ground, right side. McAllister. Throws to first in time. And that is that. Reds leave one. Score remains tied 1-1.
Hey, see it. Drive it like you can. Let's go.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Alan McAllister.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Home team down a run here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Now this is in the air down the line. Sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Alan McAllister.
The second baseman, Alan McAllister.
The pitch. This to third. Tosses across to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first, and Tucker is retired.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Alan McAllister. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Reds leading by 3. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Oh, shit.
This one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the runner holds. And a 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
On the ground to first, and it goes just foul. The pitch.
Careful.
And he walked him.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. The tying run at the plate. Right side. Kirilloff over to second, on to first, out, double play. Just got it there in time.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
McAllister could have done more in this game despite the win.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious Miami Marlins. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on.
No outs, runner at first. Next for Cincinnati, Alex Kirilloff. On Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitcher's arms, you're a guy that...
There's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Great job by the shortstop right there. Fields it, decides to take it himself. Second baseman can just chill out until the next play.
And at the plate for Miami, Alan McAllister. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch as a hitter. Bats from both sides of the plate, and he's so rare in that he really makes a lot of contact batting both righty and lefty. And, it takes a ton of time in the cage to maintain both of those swings.
And out number one on the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of...
First pitch.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Still tied at 0, last of the third. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, tag, out at second.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stinks. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Alex Kirilloff.
Let's go. Pitch to him.
2 outs.
2 outs. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now at the plate, Alan McAllister.
First pitch strike.
And he deals. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Late on that fastball.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
First, Kirilloff steps on first for the out.
Good late life on that inside fastball, ran in on the hands and got that weak contact, little slow grounder to get the out.
Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Marlins, Alan McAllister. Reedy back to work. That one way inside.
These Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside the zone a little more than 10% of the time, which is excellent.
The wind of the pitch. In the air, left side. Makes the catch. One down.
So those numbers I just mentioned tell me they've been really smart at the plate. They're feasting on the healthy stuff and avoiding.
Bottom of the 9th. Here's the second baseman, Alan McAllister. The wind to kick the pitch.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close. Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Need some help.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Cincinnati Reds. 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors.
Runner on at first with one gone. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
Hey, one away.
Kirilloff, the base runner at first with one out. Double play ball to second. McAllister. One at second, and that's 2. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Alan McAllister. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball. It seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer switch hitters, and he is elite regardless of the side of the plate he's hitting from. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, in this day of analytics, you have to be really good, and you've got to be consistent as well. Otherwise, you're going to be out of the lineup because of the matchup. But, yeah, it's amazing what he can do from both sides of the plate.
And a pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
You know, but one thing about being a great switch hitter, it's so tough to keep both of your swings sharp. I mean, sometimes it can feel like a long time in between at bats against a lefty or vice versa. You can work on both swings, but there's only so much a guy can do in the batting cage.
Whips it to Kirilloff. One up, one down.
Welcome my friend.
Second baseman, Alan McAllister.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. That smash towards center. Jones makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind...
And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. In now for the Reds, number 15.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label.
What's going on in my stream? What's going on? Oh, there we go.
Over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Ground ball to the right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Alan McAllister.
The second baseman, Alan McAllister.
Abbott back to work.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
You know, these Marlins need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The pitch.
Oh.
On the ground to third. Whips it to Kirilloff. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Two out.
Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. Third out. Reds strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Alan McAllister.
Now batting, second baseman, Alan.
With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second, and ball one. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
One down. Here's the Reds catcher, Riley Adams. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. To the right side. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. A lot riding on this next at bat.
Back to the top of the Miami order. And now here is Alan McAllister.
One down.
On the ground, right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw comes in quickly, and the winning run at third now with only one gone. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite them?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical. You want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
So bases loaded with one away. Next to hit, Jeremy Pena.
Come on.
The winning run at third here in extra innings. On the ground, right side. Off balance feet, there's one. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Marlins walk it off in extra innings.
So exciting to see a team walk it off. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great way to win. This team is celebrating, and this win is well deserved.
3-2 the final score. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
All right. Good start.
Here now is our final line.
Mm-hmm.